Record. Okay. So Monday again. But this is the last week of class. Like I said, the last day of this term is Friday. So after today, you only have 4 days left. Let's just do it. And we'll get it done. So with what we went over on Friday and last week, that was the end of chapter 1 in the book. So I know that this is our last week. So I'm not going to do too much from chapter 2. Just enough to kind of get you to where I start Spanish 2, which I'm sure at some point you'll take. So today we're just going to go over the personal pronouns, which they sound a lot scarier than what they are. They're actually really easy. The verb ser, which means to be, and we'll probably do some practice with that. And then I put a short assignment on that we can go over. So just to start out with personal pronouns. So like I said, they kind of sound a little bit scary, but they're actually really easy. So chapter 2 wants to give us an introduction to forming sentences. So we need these. And subject of the sentence, who is doing the action. So personal pronouns are the subject. So like for an example, if we say she cooks in English, she is the subject and she is also a personal pronoun. Cooks is the action. So that's just a very simple sentence. You can see she is the person who's doing the action. So personal pronouns in Spanish are like I, you, he, she, we, they, stuff like that. So and I'll just give you like the Spanish equivalent to the English one. So it's easier than what it sounds. So and then you can see in this sentence where it says she cooks, you can see how she is the one doing the action, she, and cooks is the verb, right? So and I did post the chart of personal pronouns from the book Individual Spectrum, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. They're on page 43 in the book.
I'm sorry.
I posted them anyway.
You can do it.
So just to go over the personal pronouns, go is I, tu is you informal. Remember we went over like the you formal and the informal, we did that. Él is he, ella is she, usted is you formal, nosotros and nosotras is we, ellos and ellas is they, and ustedes is you guys or like y'all when you're talking to more than one person. So I also wanted to mention that in the book, they give you 2 more pronouns. They give you vosotros and vosotras. But these are pronouns that are exclusively used in like Spain and some areas of Argentina. They're not really used in many places in the United States, so you don't really need to know them. Like I don't really go over them. They essentially mean ustedes, but like it's like a regional thing. So you could just focus on these. So don't worry about vosotros or vosotras. It's not important. So we'll focus on these. And then I have some practice here. So I'm just gonna put answers down here. So for each one, tell me the subject of each sentence is. So the first one here we have ella camina, which means she walks. So who's the subject of the sentence? What do you think?
So basically make a sentence. Oh my God. So basically you're telling me to make a sentence. Can you stop talking, please? Are you basically telling me to make a sentence?
No, all you have to do is, so we have this here. It says ella camina, which means she walks. So who's doing the action in this sentence? Which word is the person that's doing the action? Is it ella or is it camina?
Ella, I mean, L, whatever. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is that how you said it?
Yes, ella.
Ella.
Yep. So, and for the next one, if you're talking to your best friend, which pronoun would you use? So you're talking to them, and you're referring to them as you. So which one are we gonna use? You're talking to them, like you do something. What do you think? Is it gonna be the to, or is it gonna be usted? You're talking to your best friend.
Two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right. And then we have, for the next one, nosotros pensamos. So that means we think. So who's the subject in this sentence? Is it nosotros or pensamos?
Pensamos.
It's nosotros, right? Because nosotros
Oh,
is
no.
we. Pensamos means think. Oh gosh. Yep. And then for the last one, two more. If you're talking to a group of people, which pronoun would you use? So like you're talking to like you guys, like you, like all of you.
Usted.
Yep. And then for the last one, we have yo tengo, which means I have. So who's the subject? Is it yo or is it tango? Yo means I and tango is I have. So what do you think?
Okay. I was gonna say tango.
Tango is the verb, right? That's what the person is doing. So yo, I mean, yeah. Yo, which is I'm doing the action. I'm the one that's doing. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, then get up here.
So, and we'll do more practice with these too.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then verb ser, which the verb ser in Spanish means to be. So this word right here means to be. So there's two different ways to say to be in Spanish, but we're going to focus on ser for now. I don't even think we're going to get to the other one in Spanish one, but that's okay. So you use ser when describing personality and physical characteristics, origin, like where you're from, and your profession, like your job or what you do for a living. Conjugating verbs is really simple. And conjugation is just changing the verb based on who is doing the action. And you don't really, I use that word a lot, but you'll see what I mean. Like it makes more sense once you see it. So ser is an irregular verb and one of the essential verbs. So I'm just gonna do ser individually. There is like a whole like system to conjugating verbs, but ser doesn't really follow the system because it's irregular. So I'm just gonna go over ser by itself. I usually start out Spanish 2 with like system of like changing verbs and things like that. If you end up taking Spanish 2 with me, we'll go over that. But so you'll understand why knowing the personal pronouns is important. Like it'll make sense to you once you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? So are you, yeah, do you need something?
No, just can you just explain it?
Yeah. So like I said, ser is an irregular verb, like it's different from all the other ones. There is like a system to conjugating verbs, but ser doesn't follow that system. So I'm just gonna do ser because that's kind of the verb you need. Usually, if you take Spanish 2 with me, I usually start Spanish 2, like the regular verb conjugation. So if you take that next semester or whenever they give it to you, that's what we'll do. But we'll just go over ser for now. And once I show you like the parts and everything there, you'll understand by knowing like personal pronouns is important.
Okay.
Look at what it is. Whoa, it's a real ice cream truck.
So conjugation effect.
Ice cream truck.
Explain this a little bit. So every verb that is given in Spanish, just until you learn it, will be given in like a chart like this. All of them will be. This is what most teachers do, I think. So you can see in each of these boxes we have the personal pronouns. So you see we have yo, we have tú, we have él, ella, usted, we have nosotros and nosotras, and we have ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So you can see this is why we need to know the personal pronouns, because there, and you can see, let me go over this a little bit. So there is an irregular verb. It's different from all the other ones. So it's just one of those conjugations that you have to know. And definitely, if this is confusing now, it's fine. I expected it to be, and that's okay. But so we have yo soy, which means I am. Tú eres means you are, and that's informal because we're using tú.
See this red knob?
We have él, ella, usted es. So he is él es,
Whoa.
he is
Lights
ella
flash
es,
and the
and
sign comes
usted
out.
es, is you are, and that you remember that is formal, as you are. Nosotros or nosotras somos, we are.
Let me show you something else.
And if we were learning vosotros and vosotras, we'd put it here, but we're not. But I'm not going to go over that. It's not really important, so I'm just going to leave that one blank. And ellos, ellas, ustedes son. So they are, and you guys are.
You gonna be with Team Mommy or
So
Team Daddy?
I
Team
understand
Mommy.
this is a little bit.
We already know where to hide.
Hold on.
Okay.
Mommy.
Okay, and then this is the practice. So as you can see, these are like really short, simple sentences. So if you wanted to say I am, how would you say that? Oh, I realize that you can't really see that.
Yo.
Uh-huh. Yep. And you're gonna say yo soy, right? Yo
Yeah.
means I and soy is I am.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you're just gonna say yo soy. If this would let me edit it. Okay, there we go. And then if you wanted to say,
Today, well, I'm sorry, but yesterday I was trying to do that,
uh-huh.
but it wasn't letting me do the work, whatever, because I guess I had to download it. Download the that document or whatever.
Oh, was it a PDF?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go through this and then I'll show you. I want to show you some things on Classroom anyway. So we can go through that then. Okay.
Okay.
So then the next one is we are. How would we say we are?
I must say,
Mhm.
hold on, cause it keep going, keep coming. I don't know, zooming up and all that, and
Oh, really?
this iPad is like acting rules.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
are you on your iPad instead of your computer?
not supposed.
You want to get on your app? You can get on the computer if you want to.
But it's not gonna pop up as Malia or me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's okay.
The other teacher's gonna be like, oh, whoa, back to Leah.
Oh,
Or whatever.
that could be. Yeah.
But not so true.
Yep. Nosotros.
No. Symbols.
Yep. That's right. And then so it's nosotros, somos. So nosotros means we, and somos means like we are. So that is right. Going on to the next one. We have you guys are.
Wait, I mean,
Yeah.
shh, you know this is my mom iPad. So
Yeah, you told me
people
that.
keep calling. People keep calling, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, that's okay. So we'll go back. And then it says you guys are.
You guys are.
So how would you say that based on our chart here?
I'll Alos.
It's well, ellos means they, right? So
Ellos
ustedes is you guys.
are ustedes.
Ustedes
So-
son, right? So that means
Mhm.
you guys are. Okay. Yep. And then we have he is. So how would we say that?
He is.
Right here's he.
Okay, so L
Mhm.
usted.
Él
said-
es. Yep, these are just the other personal pronouns. So it's él, ella,
So
usted. So it's él es.
Eustace, I mean is.
Yep. Él es. Okay. And then for the next one, we have you are, but it's you informal. So you informal. What do you think?
Two is.
Tú eres.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. For the next one, we have you formal are. Oops, that's wrong color. We'll go here. What do you think is you formal are?
Ella.
What was that?
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Ella. What I say? What I think is Ella.
Ella means
Usted.
she, right?
Ella.
Yep. So it's
I'm
usted.
just saying Eli. Right? That's why I said Eli, cause I don't know. So how you pronounce that word?
This one, usted?
No.
Ella?
Ella.
Yep. There you
Ella.
go.
So
Yep.
it sounds like a. So when you say it's Ella, but
Yep.
I thought it's Eli or whatever.
Nope, it's ella. Yep, because remember the two L's make a Y sound. Yep, it's ella.
Okay.
Okay. And then so how would we say you formal are?
Ella.
Nope,
You
it's
said.
dead, right?
You said
Es, right?
yes.
And then for our last one here, we have she is. So she is. What do you think?
Okay.
Now it's going to be that word.
Ella is.
Yep. Yep, that's right. So that and then all of these answers and everything are in Google Classroom. Okay. I see Zamaya just joined, so let me just write down that she's here before we move on. That was pretty much. Hi Zamaya, how are you?
Good, and you?
Not too bad. Doing pretty good. So this was really all of the new stuff that I had for today because I know these like verb phrases can be a little, a little bit hard especially like the verb conjugation and things like that. That can be difficult because we don't really do that in English. But I did add in a little slide here about unique things about Spanish verbs. So as you can see, verbs in Spanish change based on who the subject is. We saw that. So with that, it's totally okay to not include the subject in a sentence. So for an example, you can say yo soy, or you can just say soy. Either one is completely fine. They'll know what you're saying, but that's totally like a personal preference. You can say it however you want to say it. So, and like I said, most Spanish verbs follow a similar pattern when being conjugated. There are some odd ones out, and ser happens to be one of them. So that's why I went over ser individually. And if you take Spanish 2 with me, I usually start with conjugating regular verbs in the present tense. So, but we're not really going to do that now. But if you take Spanish 2 with me, we probably will. So, and like I said, it is completely okay to be confused by this. It is a lot different than English verbs, and it will take some time to get used to, and that is completely okay. So once you know these and you get some practice with them and things like that, it'll come to you with like without you even thinking about it. So definitely like when I see these, I don't even have to think about what it is, I just know. And if you continue with like Spanish and things like that, you'll get there. And yeah, so but it does take a lot of practice, so you can't get frustrated with it. But I wanted to go over what I put on Google Classroom last night. If and then after that, I can stop the recording and we can go over like everything that you want to. So under personal pronouns, this isn't an assignment. This is just a PDF chart with the personal pronouns. And like I said, they put vosotros in here. We're not worrying about that. So all the other ones are right, but the vosotros and the vosotras, we're not doing that. So you can ignore that. But the chart is here if you need it. And then for personal pronoun practice, so this is kind of like what we did in class today. So if you're talking directly to a friend, use what personal pronouns? So you would use tu, right? Because you're talking to you. And then if you're talking about a male friend, use which one? It would be he, right? So it would be él. So that's really all you're doing for these. And I know that number 7, it says if you're in Spain, and 12 says if you're in Latin America. That's something funny with vosotros. So you're talking directly to a group of friends, that would be ustedes. And 12, if you're talking directly to a group of people, it would be ustedes. So don't worry, about the vosotros. That's not important. And then you don't have to do number 2 because it's weird. So just 1, I'm cool with that. And yeah, so let me stop the and let me go over what we're going to do tomorrow, and then I'll stop it. So I know Malia, you have class, you have health classes this time, but there is lab today from 11:30 to 12:25. And if you decide to join, you can use the same link you use for class. That is fine. But and definitely, like, if you need help, since you have a health class, you can reach out to me and I'll work with you, anything like that. So well, tomorrow we'll review the personal pronouns. We'll review ser, what we just did today. We might start working on adjectives and the adjective gender and number, which is almost the same thing as what we did before. And then we'll form sentences with the personal pronouns ser and adjectives. So that sounds scary, but it's really not. And we'll probably work on that. And that is what we're going to do tomorrow. So let me